What's going on, guys? Welcome back to No Impulse Control. I am Justin,
I am Jasmine.
and
Yeah.
another day at doll. I
I gotta write that down because I want to title this episode that. Adabadabadabada.
Me hoy, me noy, you know?
Rada rada rada.
Rada rada. Jasmine, I got a question for you when you finish writing your dabadabadibadabadoo.
You can go.
I, um,
Folks, we've been talking for a while. About 30 minutes. And he has had no issue with communication
I
until
have
this
to.
moment.
There wasn't a camera on me, so it wasn't as bad. So this is not the question. It's definitely a complete tangent. I've struggled this week talking, and I normally I have a stutter. I have things that I struggle with, especially when I get excited about things.
Mm-hmm.
But this week has been, I've noticed,
A stammer, I think.
bad.
It's not a stutter.
Either way, it's showing up today. This week, it's been not just I'm saying a lot. It's been me saying and trying to speak, and it wouldn't work. It was I'd start a word and I'd have to say it 3 times. Probably.
Are you anxious about something?
Probably. I'm in
thou feeling depression?
I'm in a constant state of complete
Panic?
stress and not knowing what's going on. So,
I mean, when you have the maybe diagnosed things that you maybe have,
I'm diagnosed.
I didn't know if we were allowed to talk about it yet.
We've said that already before. See, that was not that was just me talking, but I was like, arr, arr, arr.
It's because your brain is working at 1,000 miles an hour, but you can only speak so quickly.
I can speak so fast. I am speed.
No, I know, but so you're thinking of.
Oh, I understand it. I speak fast.
Okay, it's not a bragging thing.
I speak faster than you. Some say I am the best fast speaker ever.
So your brain is working a mile a minute, but you have to take cognitive energy to formulate words, whether you know it or not. So it's just another compartment of your brain that also has to work a mile a minute, and it just sometimes doesn't work.
All right, Miss Special Education Master's degree.
That's just education.
Not all education. Not all educators know really what goes on during somebody's during or when somebody has a disability.
I'm of the belief that you should.
I agree with that. I think you should, because you're going to be dealing with people who have it.
To be an high horse here as a special educator, I think to be able to be a good general ed teacher, you should have to take special ed courses.
I had to.
I know, and I think everybody should. Not everybody has to.
That surprises me. I figured that was an everybody thing. I know, I'm a health teacher, and they were like, well, I mean, it makes sense. I'm a health teacher. Right. But also, it was more so for the education side of it. So,
mm-hmm. Well, not every college, UMF does a nice job with it. I think that they should do more. I think all teaching colleges could do more, but teaching, it's really nice to know how to teach math, but also how to teach different students. I would have loved to have learned differentiation in a much better way than I did. Because what I learned was how to do gen ed, on grade level or very below. It's hard to do right. And so I know they can't teach every single example of what a kid might go through, but it'd be nice to know resources,
Yeah. Or even because I struggle with this a lot now recently, is I'm feeling stuck in terms of I feel like I'm teaching the same thing all the time, every day, and that's what I am doing realistically, but nothing changes. And my brain, because of what I am and I know who I am, I have to have some sort of cue. I have to have I use a slideshow usually. Doesn't mean I don't do activities, but I usually have a slideshow with a bunch of information so that I don't forget anything, because I want them to get all the information.
Little do you guys know, he's actually just well, this only goes up to grade 8. That's bullshit. Sorry, I'm looking up a curriculum thing for you, actually. You don't get it. Oh, well, there's a genetics one. Do you teach genetics? That's more biology, I think.
That's biology, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have it. I guess you're shit out of luck.
It's fine. I'm not
But
upset with how I do it. It's just one of those things that I'm like, I know that I can do better. It's just I haven't been able to figure out
mhm.
how to do better. So I've been trying like little things here and there. Like last trimester, I had, which is not anything new. It's not like I'm reinventing the wheel, but it literally was like, okay, get in a group. Here's your section of the slideshow. Find important information, share out. Super basic. What? Am I
I
too
have
loud?
no, I have so many comments on that, but it's different environments.
I was gonna say my group are not like yeah.
I'm aware. That's why I was like, "Oh wait, Jasmine, no, different environment."
um and it worked actually. That was like they
Hmm.
liked it. I even
Also
at the
forgot
end
you
of
have
it.
high schoolers. I was like, "Oh, fifth graders, no," but
Yeah, no,
you
I
have high
don't do that
schoolers.
with middle schoolers at all. I just
Hmm.
specifically high school. But like I even asked them at the end of the class, like, what did you think of this? Would
Hmm.
you rather me have taught this, or would you rather this method?
You
Go
know
ahead.
what's fun that I had kids do recently for science project? We did planets.
Hmm.
Was I know that it's a totally different thing, but I also did one in high school when I took my health class. Um, do you ever have them do poster board projects
Yep.
on? Have you ever done the organ project?
I don't do organs. That's
Oh,
anatomy,
I learned
and for
about my
some
organs in health class.
So I only do the I only do the organs that no teacher ever wants to talk about.
Right, you do the organs that give us life.
Yeah, yeah. Probably
Yeah,
and potentially one of or I won't say the most important, but like
I'd like to think my brain is pretty important.
yeah, and your heart,
Is my brain
keeps
an organ? My
your
brain's
brain's
an
an organ.
organ.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't teach
Realistically,
health, guys.
anything inside of your body that's not your bones and your muscles. I guess muscles could
Or
be
your
considered an
veins.
organs.
Muscle is a muscle, actually.
Well, yeah, it's a category of muscle, but like it's internal. What's the definition of an organ?
It's a large piano. What is what the definition of organ? Not or so okay. What makes an organ an organ? It's a distinct structurally and functionally specialized unit within an organism composed of two or more tissues that perform a specific function or set of functions.
So like a muscle could
Can
be an
a
organ.
muscle be an organ? Yes, muscles. Sorry, I'm doing that to spell. Muscles specifically. Oh, that's the AI answer. No.
Oh,
Oh, nope, that's
I mean,
AI.
it still could be though. Like
Your
if you
heart is the only organ that is also a muscle because it does a very specific task.
great muscle to organ though.
Right, but your muscles are not distinct structurally and functionally specialized units within an organism.
I guess if I were more like, a bicep muscle, like if I were to specify the
Hmm.
type of muscle, then it could be considered that, but not all of them.
In biology, an organ, which comes from the Latin or organum, meaning instrument or tool, is a collection of tissues that structurally form a functional unit specialized to perform a particular function.
So, and that fits with a bicep. Like if I were to say bicep muscle, the reason that we have a bicep muscle is that it pulls our arm up. It brings it to us.
Right? Okay.
So,
According to the Cleveland Clinic, a muscle is a muscle an organ or a tissue? Muscles are tissue. Smooth muscle tissue lines some of your organs, but most organs are made of other types of tissue too.
okay.
Ah,
So it
so
also
that's the
depends on
distinction.
what
Yeah.
the tissue is
Yeah,
itself.
what it's made of. Providers sometimes refer to the muscular system as one anatomical group that contains all your muscles. I see.
So the muscular system. Gotcha. Okay.
Well,
That's
this was a wild conversation.
information for you. To get back to the stress that I'm potentially feeling, or maybe anxiety, or somebody's watching me. I don't know. March sucks.
Back it up.
Somebody's not
Is
watching
somebody
me.
watching
No,
you?
no, nobody's watching me.
Okay.
I promise. I didn't tell them. They're not watching.
I love that you looked at your door and not your closet, where it would make
Oh
the
yeah,
most
the
sense to
closet
have
would have made
someone.
more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because looking at your door, like Darcy comes in all the time, so
Not
now it
when we're
just feels like
recording. Typically,
she's come in a couple times, but like
she has,
she's
but
usually,
typically
yeah,
she
she
tries
usually
not to.
doesn't. Her and Connor both stay stay far away from the goobers recording.
But yes,
So tell me,
March.
what's stress you under?
It's March. Have you you've taught in March? What are your thoughts in March?
Weirdly enough, actually, Justin, I'm actively teaching in March.
Yeah, yeah,
However,
yeah.
I actually didn't mind this March.
Really?
I normally hate it. I'm also on new meds, but I didn't hate March because I had Connor home, which was nice.
That helps, yeah.
He'll be leaving soon, guys. So get ready for that. Um, but I did March Madness with my kids. I did the movie thing, so that took
Hmm.
up some time. We did a new unit in almost everything. We're doing a cool science experiment.
So
Our fun
busy. You're
days have
very
been pretty,
busy.
like, I've been, yeah, busy, but like fun busy. And
Yeah.
also, so day treatment, we have restraints and stuff, right? So we had one in early March, like March 5th. Haven't had one until yesterday.
That's impressive.
Like,
Yesterday is March 25th, so that's 20
yeah,
days.
yesterday was, yeah, yeah. I
That's
thought today was
awesome.
the 27th. But yeah, so like it's not felt horrible. March is usually the longest, but it's also been warmer.
It has.
Um we haven't
I
had
also this
last year we
week
had a
I've
ton
been
of snow
grumpy.
days.
Yeah.
Have you been, yeah. Well,
This week I've been kind of grumpy because I haven't been sleeping well. I don't know what it is. I haven't been sleeping well for like 2 weeks, but this week specifically it's been bad.
mhm.
And then this is just like me. This is therapy, I guess. But haven't been sleeping well. And then
Mhm.
we had that snowstorm a couple days ago that
Mhm.
just dumped a bunch of snow on us, and that made me really upset. Like
Mhm.
that was one of those like I'm gonna burn down some things because of
Mhm.
this. I was very mad, even though I got a half a day out of it, so that was kind of nice. But very upsetty spaghetti, not a happy rigatoni. I couldn't think of another happy macaroni. I guess would have been
Happy ravioli.
happy ravioli,
Mm.
happy
Nope, we can be done now.
happy
Cavatappi.
tortellini.
I'd like to think tortellini are happy, but I truly don't think that they are.
They definitely are. Let's be real here. They are full of cheese, and they are round. They are happy. They're living their best lives.
Mhm.
You know
That's
what's
fair.
not happy?
Hey, oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, the ones that aren't happy? Bow tie.
Slander? This
So
is no. Shut the fuck up.
I need to explain.
No,
I need to
shut up.
explain. I need to
This is
explain.
this is slander. This is
No, it's
libel.
not. No, it's not.
Explain yourself, heathen.
When do you ever wear a bow tie?
I don't wear them. I eat
When
them
no.
at
When
fancy events, I guess.
okay. So at
Or
fancy
sometimes
events
science teachers wear them.
or English teachers, I'll give you that. Our English teacher is bow tie guy all the
Okay.
time. Um,
Okay.
but so fancy events,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a wedding, which would be
Yes.
considered a fancy
Fancy
event.
event. Yep.
Or there's one other time that bow ties are pretty common. Think about it.
Bad side to celebs.
I was going to say funeral, but that would work too.
Hey, what? I've
No
never seen
other-
someone wear. I've never seen someone wear a bow tie to a funeral.
That's because we live in Maine, Jasmine. It's pretty common. Maine funeral wear is a flannel with some nice pants, maybe a pair of jeans, like, and probably a ball cap.
A bow tie is not appropriate for a funeral.
Okay? So you're gonna trust everything the internet says?
I'm gonna trust Tie Mart, yeah.
Just because one thing says it's not appropriate.
Whose funeral did you go to that you saw a bow tie?
I've seen multiple bow ties at different funerals. I
Those
can't tell you
people were
who they were,
idiots.
but well, that's just not nice.
No, you don't wear a bow tie. A bow tie is a fun. It's a
But
fun
let
thing.
me let
I'm
me
so sorry. Are you saying that bow tie pasta can't be fun because you saw dumb people wearing bow ties to a funeral?
I'm saying bow tie pasta can't be fun because no other person or no other pasta is being worn at funerals. It's just bow tie.
Bow ties aren't being worn at funerals.
Bow ties are being worn at funerals.
Whose funeral outside of Maine have you been to that they wore a bow tie to?
Well, here's the thing. I was at funerals inside of Maine and there were bow ties.
Whomst?
I mean, I
Whomst wore a bow tie?
more recent. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing one at Darcy's grandfather's funeral.
Hey, if you were at the funeral and you wore a bow
Yeah,
tie,
as if there's gonna be anybody from that funeral
okay.
watching this.
If anybody knows the person who wore a bow tie, I dislike you, and I need you to be aware of that. You don't wear a bow tie to a funeral.
But even so, like, to break it down to a tie. Like, a tie at a funeral is still not fun. And there's no, again, my point still stands. No other pasta is being worn to a funeral.
I say this with so much love. I need you to know that. What a dumbass thing you just said. I truly, with love, what the fuck?
What is your worst pasta then? Give me your reasoning. Maybe you can change my mind, but bow tie is pretty bad.
What is my worst pasta?
Yeah, what's the worst pasta? Because, like, tortellini's definitely a happy pasta.
Yeah, that's fine. Cavatappi's fine. Farfalli's great. I'm not a real big fan of the tubes.
Oh,
Like the flatter tubes.
like the straws? Yeah, they're like straws,
No.
basically,
Like
right?
like about yay big, about this like the big old tubes.
The ones that have, like, points?
No,
Like, you
tubes.
can take your fork and, like, put the tube on the thing?
You can, but they don't have points. They're just two round ends to us. This with well, that's bad. One moment.
Your kids are gonna be like, Miss Corkins, what does that mean?
Okay, one moment here. We're gonna
Well, while
share
she's
this.
looking, oh, never mind.
I'm ready.
We're ready. All right.
Okay, so do you see this?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
tube.
they look like straws.
I mean, I guess, but they're huge.
Yeah.
The bow
You know
tie is
what?
called farfalle. Or furf.
Scroll down a little bit, please. What is Campanelli?
Champanelle? They look like little mushrooms.
I don't know that I've ever seen those.
I have them at the house right now.
Oh.
They're so yummy.
You know what pasta is very, very good?
Lasagna.
Well, yes, but that's a whole meal. I was thinking I think it's the Telly Sky, second row all the way down from what you have right now. Nope. So 3 up, 4 down, 1 more, right there. Yeah, that one.
Oh, ditalini.
Yeah,
It's like the little tinies.
the tiny, tiny ones. And Darcy makes some good. We call it crack pasta. It's dangerous.
It's wild.
So good.
I also really like a mini shell.
I could respect the mini shell.
Yeah, I like a mini shell. I don't like a large shell though.
The one that kind of like shell curls around itself.
Well, they're just mini shells, yeah.
Well, no. I'm talking big shell.
Oh, I don't
one of
like
the-
them.
Yeah, because they're kind of weird.
I don't even like medium shells though, to be fair.
Really?
I like a small pasta.
Fair.
Except a bow tie. I do like a bow tie. But a bow tie is really good for like pasta salad. You know what I mean? Like it's not good for like eating a hot meal, but it's really good with like peas and chicken salad and like some mayo or whatever. Like
See, I do like the elbows in that kind of stuff.
yeah, but that's because you have bad opinions about pasta.
Wow.
Yeah, go talk to the man that's kidnapped you in your closet. Talk to him about your pasta choices.
She's hurting my feelings. He says cut it out.
Well,
Wow, she flipped
that's
you
what
off.
I have to. He never saw me. It's fine.
I told him. He believes me more than he believes you.
Yeah, he
Anyways.
would believe
would,
the
yeah.
man over the woman.
Oh, stop.
Aren't you guys tired of me yet?
Is that
got,
why
like-
our viewers have went down every week?
Well,
Come back.
if our viewers are
Hey, you missed.
during Women's History Month, you lose camera
Don't do
access.
that.
All right, viewers. Now that it's just us,
Oh yes, just go ahead. Yep.
um, go buy merch. I'm obviously not wearing any right now. I've hung up all
Neither
of
am I. Sorry.
Wow, we're bad at this. Thank you. So, go buy merch. Go support us on all of our platforms. Just remember, we are teachers in America, and we very, very well may lose our profession. So, please support us in
Specifically
these
her.
endeavors.
I'm technically still a public school teacher. That
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
getting
great, but
screwed,
like
for the record.
I am a health teacher, so like there's that. But
They're coming
you'll
for
be
you
screwed
first.
before I am.
I'm private. That's what they
Oh,
want.
you are private.
Yeah.
But you're private with like
I'm not funded by any government stuff, though.
You're not even
No.
like DOE or anything like that. It doesn't give you any money.
Non-profit.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll be screwed first then.
Yeah, you're a public school teacher in rural Maine. Yeah, you're
that
fucked.
teaches health.
Yeah.
Add that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because like health's not important.
No.
Uneducated people, that's what people
make
want.
the best voter population.
Anyways.
So I started a new show.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I started watching Bridgerton.
Hey, Darcy did too.
Really?
Well, rewatching or watching, I'm not really sure, but I don't watch it. But yeah,
you should. It's amazing. Like,
okay,
no, it's really good.
probably not. I'm rewatching Grey's, and that's kind of like my fix right now. So
that's fine. When you finish Grey's,
in
go
like
watch
20
Bridgerton.
years. Yeah.
Like, no. I'm telling you, go watch Bridgerton.
I don't really like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not colonial.
Period pieces.
Yeah, I don't. It's not really
Victorian.
my thing. Victorian, thank you.
You go to the Ren Fair.
I love the Ren Fair. I don't like watching it though.
Oh, this honestly, I don't really feel it in this. I just like the music. It's really nice. Like it's
fair.
It's really nice. But I've been like binging it for the last few days. I put up a whole stink. I was like, I am not watching this. I refuse, blah, blah, blah. Especially because I think I was still living at home where I was going home. And they do have a lot of like sex stuff in there. So like if you're a kid, don't watch it. It's like on camera all the time, especially the first season. It is. Oh my God.
That's what I've heard.
I mean, it's similar to like Grey's though, which has a lot of stuff in the first season. There's a lot of sex in shows.
Yeah.
And anyway, I started watching it and I've got like super into like really attached to it. So between that and the Epic Saga, I'm like bouncing back and forth between two very distinct timelines, but two very good timelines. Mm-hmm. By the way, listen to Epic, Justin.
I still haven't. You told me about it and I just haven't done it yet.
I'm going to trap you in a car and put it on at some point.
Wouldn't be the first time.
That's how we did Hamilton the first time. And then we both got really into him. Yeah, the first time I showed you Hamilton, I trapped you in a vehicle. And I put it on and forced you to listen to it. And then we both got really into it. And then we took a 4-hour car ride to see my mom. And when we came back, my ma.
Jasmine,
and when we came back, we binged it and we chose parts. Which
yes, of course.
Still
we nailed that. Don't even like we nailed that.
I put my little Hamilton up. I don't know if can you see my hand?
Yeah, we see
my little pops.
Yep.
I got all my pops put up.
I have me. I'm right there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh yeah, you. I thought you meant on my shelf, and I was like, no, I don't have you.
No, all of my pops are up over on the ceiling. Actually, if you look really closely, right.
Oh yeah, you can see it in the.
You can kind of see it. Yeah. That's funny. I never even noticed that.
You can kind of see it. Never even noticed it.
Never even noticed it. Yeah, Bob. But it's like all along the wall over here, and then we have pop shelves downstairs, and we have pop shelves in the living room, and
Yeah, pops. They're addicted.
Not addicted. It was my hyperfixation for a couple of years. Now I just really like them because, like, character-wise, I don't get all of them that I, want. I've actually slowed down a lot. I have slowed down a lot.
Because part of that is out of necessity. More shelves up.
Fair, but part of that, yes. What my new kick is are Legos.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the day that he stops playing D&D because his hyperfixation ends and then I lose him from my D&D groups. He's
It's
just
gonna be
going to
great.
suddenly stop one day. He just
I'll
got new
sit my
dice.
character down and have him watch a sunset right before I leave.
I need you to be aware I'm going to shoot you the moment you leave with an arrow.
Dang,
Like
that's
flaming arrow
crazy.
Viking style.
Like a little bit of a what's that
Like a
book?
pyre.
No, that book. What's that book? Lenny and of Mice and Men. You're gonna of Mice and Men me. Is that what's gonna happen here?
Oh my god, Justin. You can't
What?
just of mice and men drop.
That's
Oh
what
my
you
god.
were saying.
No, I was gonna treat you like a Viking death.
Shoot me with an arrow. Shoot me in the back of the head with me, doing something that I'm happy about. What's, you know, tomato.
I was gonna give you a respectful funeral. You are so frozen on my screen.
Yeah, you were kind of glitching for a second. Am I still
Yeah,
frozen?
you're still not back.
Well, you win some, you lose some. Hopefully you can see
like
me. Hey, buddy.
Hey, welcome back.
But yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. ADHD is a great thing. You just focus on so many of the wrong things for so long, and then you have a bunch of stuff and adventures. Because like adventure 1 would be like level 99. That was fun. That was definitely an ADHD impulse like move.
What was?
To go to 99 with you. Because the original plan was just me driving down to Legos and driving back the same day. And then I was like, but level 99.
So I don't know if it was a ADHD impulsive or a opportunistic thing.
It was both, for sure. But there was like the impulse of like wanting to go. But I had to focus on the Legos. That was the impulsive part of like, I'm going this weekend. Like I don't do that often, but I was like, it's happening. And then, the 99's right there. So like, why not? Good time.
See, my impulsive is calling a tattoo shop and being like, hey, I'm coming in.
Fair. I want another tattoo.
I have my next one planned.
I feel like you told us. I say us because I think you talked about it on the podcast a couple weeks ago.
I talked about one of them. I'm going to Bangor to get the next one done because I have that gift card.
Oh, yeah.
I also really want from the Offspring song. Is it Offspring song? Yeah, it's Offspring song. I've been listening to a lot of punk rock songs, but or alt punk, whatever. But
yeah,
the he wanted a 13, but they drew a 31 lyric.
I don't think I know that one.
You definitely do.
I probably do, but
it's from the Offspring, Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It is I gotta look up how to do it, but I want to get it done. Like a little one right here.
Mm-hmm. Just like 31, or like how are you gonna do it?
I don't know, because I was kind of thinking of having it look like a 13 for anyone looking at it, but when I look at it, it's a 31.
It's a 31.
So it's one of them's gonna have to be backwards, but
yeah.
So it might be like E1 for me, but it'll be 31, but or maybe 1E for them. But anyway, I gotta plan it out. Speaking of hyperfixations, Repo.
So we've been playing this game for anybody who hasn't seen it online because it's literally the hottest thing.
It's like
on
the hot game right now. I thought Split Fiction was going to be, but Repo.
I thought it was too.
Woo!
It was for a second. Split Fiction, but then Repo hit.
You know what though? It's because Repo is so much like Lethal Company,
and Lethal Company was such a big hit. Yeah,
but anyways, and then it died.
Yeah. So what you are is you're this little like robot thing that like talks. Like your mouth just opens like this when you talk. Hilarious. And you have big like bulging eyes that never blink. So funny. But you go around.
So dumb talking about this. By the way, we're like big bulging eyes. Hilarious.
But you go around these different like maps and you find like collectible things and you try to like get a certain amount of money. It's really fun. And you can die. There's monsters and stuff that you're going through.
You absolutely will die.
It is a lot of fun. We found out last night that Jasmine and I are the weak link in our group that we play with, because we play with other teachers, and
Not only are we the weak link, we're so fucking dumb.
but we're funny, and that's why
We're
they
so
keep us
funny.
around.
I think they keep us around because I was hosting. It's the hollow laugh into the can that you're barely tipping into your mouth. So, um, there were monsters that can attack you if you make certain noises or if you look at them, and you kind of have to like figure it out. But last night, there's a lady with, she's like a scarecrow, but then when she goes crazy, she goes kind of like this with these knives. And Justin and I were on the same like little shelf thing, like storage
We're
shelf.
hidden in a bottom
And
shelf.
I told him to shut up or something, and he said it back, and she heard us because she
No, I didn't say it back. I typed in the chat because you can do like a type method, and if you type, it'll like speak a little robot-y voice, and it'll say whatever you typed.
What did you say?
I said, Jasmine,
said,
you are a great friend, is what I said.
I think he said "fuck you."
I would never, Nana. I don't swear. I don't say that.
Nana, he says some of the meanest things to me.
Don't you dare. You're a liar.
You called me a whore last night.
You called me other things that I'm not going to say.
I called Scarecrow Lady a hoe.
No, you were calling me that.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't. I was calling her a hoe.
To add to this moment of when we were hiding in the shelf,
you have to be silent.
You have to be quiet. And, well, I said something and we weren't quiet, but I also didn't realize that I had my mic unmuted. Normally, like I was talking to Darcy, so usually I mute my mic. And at this moment, I did not have my mic muted. And so when it happened, I said something afterwards, and then somebody responded, and I went, uh-oh. So I muted my mic and typed in the chat again, thought my mic was muted. Oops.
Oh, we were all hiding in one room, and we were like, shh, shh, shh. And then you said something, and everyone was like... And then all we got back was, oop, I thought my mic was muted, and then he died.
It was pretty funny.
The shotgun man shot you.
Actually, I have never died from the... Well, that's not true. I grabbed
That's not true.
the shotgun man's leg, and he shot me. But other than that...
We both died last night from the shotgun man together, didn't we?
No. The only time I died from... Well, I did die with somebody. I grabbed him, and he turned and just popped me, and then he turned and popped somebody else. Because somebody laughed. I think it was you. You laughed at me grabbing him, and I was like, oh.
It was so funny.
It's a fun game.
Really
any
fun.
Gamers out there, it's definitely worth the
it's also like
$4 or whatever. Yeah, it's cheap. Worth the buy. And you can also like get mods for it and play more than just the 6 people that it allows, which is what we do. But you can play with just 2 people too. You can play with 1 if you really want to, but
you cannot play with 1 very well.
You can't play with 1.
You can play on single player mode, and it's a lot easier. But it's also like if you die, you're dead. You know.
Yeah, there's no coming back. Yeah.
Right. So that's the other thing. Like you can revive people by taking their heads. But once you're dead, you follow someone. Like you can watch their screen and hear everything they're saying. So one of the games, I think we had like 9 people in at one point. Yeah,
it was a load.
It was just me alive.
It was,
and I'm
so
walking
funny.
around, and I was like, guys, is it me? Am I it? And I'm such a bitch when it comes to I'm so sorry, Nana. I'm like full of it tonight. I'm so sorry. But I went around to all the different rooms, and I'm such like a wuss when it comes to these types of games. So I was surprised I didn't just stay hiding the whole time. I mean, I did for a lot of it.
You hit a lot, but yeah, you
I hit a lot. Really well. But I also knew like I had to rescue all the heads, and when I finally did, everyone was like, "You did it!" And I was like, "Oh no, I died. No, I died. We had to go to the loser thing. No, I died. I did not save us.
No, you brought us back, and then we all died. Because you brought us back, and then we had to run back to the thing, but there was no...
I didn't remember bringing you guys back.
I'm pretty sure you brought us back.
What happened in the chat?
Oh, that chat was hilarious, because all of us were, like, supporting you. We're like, yes, go, 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 Jasmine, go. And then you grabbed a $2,000... You needed, like, $1,500, and you grabbed a $2,000 plate, picked it up, turned, and it instantly smashed on a wall. Just destroyed it. And we were all like, yeah, no.
That was like my last bit that I needed, and I was sitting here and I went, oh no.
It was so funny. And then we were also like, you said something and like you watched our stream and you saw our heads
Yeah.
bouncing because you can see that when you're
Mhm.
dead. And you were like, we know, or I know you're laughing at me. And I literally in the chat, I don't think I told you this already, but in the chat, I literally like talked to everybody. I was like, knowing her in person, she is about to cry right now. She is so nervous, like hands sweaty, like vomit on the sweater, like losing it. And they all started laughing. It was pretty funny.
Oh, so while I was like, oh, they're making fun of me, Justin's like, no, she's super nervous. And then everyone laughs. So I was like, oh, no, they're making fun of me.
But we weren't making fun. It was just,
No,
it
I
was
know.
literally just like a, it was a funny moment, but it was also like, we were there to support you. We were like, yeah, most of the time.
Last night we did something, I don't even remember what it was. It had me in genuine tears.
Oh, yeah. I also
like,
was
we
crying.
couldn't stop laughing.
I think it was the me getting shot, or the scarecrow, and like, we started laughing, and then somebody else got shot, and like, it was a whole thing.
It was that, but there was something else too, where like we were all alive and laughing while people were dying, and then I died. I couldn't stop. Like I had tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a really fun game. Highly suggest. This turned into like a game review.
Yeah. We're kind of mixing everything in. We started with pasta, so like pasta.
I just did a weird thing with my thumb. But
yeah, it's a fun game for sure. I definitely it definitely gives Lethal Company, but I think it's better than Lethal Company. And
I like it more because there's not a reason we're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know. It feels more fun because like there's not like an objective besides a certain amount of money to make.
Yeah.
And it also like
with it's also Lethal really Company, fun with a group of people.
It is. Lethal Company's not that fun with a group of people because you die so much quicker. Right. But Lethal Company's maps are also fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I feel like the monsters in Lethal Company are too, like, I don't know, I feel like they're too much, you know? Mm-hmm. And with this, like, they're there and you know what they are, but they're always the same.
Yeah.
Like,
and you can dodge them too. Like, you can work around it.
You can't really dodge the Lethal Company ones.
Right.
I also like this because when we when we bring all of our money back, we can revive people a lot quicker. Yeah. So we don't have to like wait for 7 years. But we don't have to like bring a certain amount of things back. Mm-hmm. And then if we don't, I don't know. It's just, there's a lot more opportunity to win in this game.
Yeah.
Even when we broke like a ton of stuff, as long as you can kill one of the enemies, you've got a good chunk of change.
Right. There's also like weapons that you can carry, so you can like we'll go to the store and there's a frying pan in there, and I love the frying pan because I just swing that thing around.
That's what we were laughing at.
Yes!
We were in there swinging people around and hitting them, and we were laughing so hard because we just kept blowing up.
No, it was I hit Jen.
Oh my god, yes!
I bonked her, and then I was like, I didn't mean to. No,
because I tried to
we
hit
were
you
fighting.
First.
Yeah, because I was swinging at you. You grabbed it, and we were pulling it, and I turned my body so it wouldn't hit me, and it launched into her. And she goes, oh no, and like rolls away. And then I drop it and run, and you pick up it, and you try to swing at me, and you conquer again.
And I knocked her out. And then we got in the ship, and I brought it with me, and I was like, revenge on Justin. And I went to swing, but I went this way instead, and I went around and whacked her, and she went, aww.
And then she picked it up and was going to swing on me, and she hit something and bonked herself.
And then I passed it over to Raina, and I was like, Raina, you can hit Jen. She's like, I don't want to hit Jen.
I don't want to.
We're actually hitting Justin. So Raina picked it up to hit Justin and hit Jen. I'm holding this up like this, and I didn't mean to be.
Chicken. But also we were hitting Jen. Oh, well, French fry.
Oh my god. No, that was
funny.
So funny. And every time she walked away at one point. And you can like move your head up and down, and she walked away like this with her head down. And so I'm like running after her, and I went to tell her something. And she went flying across the truck.
Oh, it was so funny.
Oh.
Like I said, it's a really funny game.
Mm-hmm. And it's really fun to play with. Like, this group of people that we have right now is like a fun group.
Yeah.
Because there are some people, and not like, I love the server and it's great, but there are some people that I wouldn't want to play with for this because it would be so unserious in a way that's not like you're unserious, but like so unserious that they would purposefully break stuff though.
Yeah.
So like,
you gotta have a mix because it only gives you a certain amount of like chances to earn the money.
And they give you a lot of chances, but
but if you break it all, you're screwed. Like, right. So it's pretty fun.
And the first time you drop a plate accidentally, hilarious.
So funny.
So funny. The 50th time where you're like,
yeah, like come on,
brother. Or like you go to whatever happened to him, by the way. You go to lift up like something heavy because you have to work together and it's just like tipping and you're like, oh no, wait, hold on. And that's hilarious. But then sometimes, like, we had someone play a couple of rounds at one point and they were just, not to say that there are not probably sweats in repo, sweaty sweats. What is the term?
Sweats would be fine, yeah. People who try hard.
What is the term there, youngin? But like a try hard in repo, and I guess that there are, but they joined and they were such a try hard.
Yeah, it was like a downer for the group. It like injected like negative vibes into the grave, and we were like,
because we would try to do something, they'd be like, well, no, you should do it this way, and if we do whatever, and I was like, buddy pal, I'm just trying to have a little this. Like, I'm just trying to have a little fun, you know?
Just picking things up and putting things down. Like, come on now.
Like, I just picked up someone's head and I yeeted it across the thing. That's funny as hell. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah. So, Repo. Repo's fun. So I looked at our analytics, Jasmine. Actually, before we do this, I have a question for you. And it goes along with a story that I actually didn't get to hear, but I want to know. You informed me that you were late because you broke a toilet. So
yeah. No.
That's what it said.
So I came home. I had a nail appointment. Look how pretty. That was very dramatic. No. It was delayed, but yeah, I had a nail appointment. Got my nails did. Oh, that's the clear. Focus.
In the clear.
They're cute little flowers. Anyway.
We all firm.
I came home and I had to pee like so bad. I had so much fluid today and I had yet to pee because I was late for the appointment and yada yada. And I knew that like I had to grab dinner and whatnot. So I came home and I rushed to the bathroom and there lies my toilet, not flushed, not full of stuff. Sorry. The water was completely drained out and it was just like dry bowl. And I was like, so I lifted the thing and I was like, oh, maybe it just didn't get put back in place. And the handle came off.
Nice.
Now, reader, you might be or listener, you might be thinking to yourself, Jasmine, the handle's not supposed to come off. You're so right. It's not. So I called to Connor and I was like, toilet's broken, husband. And so he came in and he was like, I don't think it's broken. And I was like, I like lifted the lid and I was jiggling things. I don't know how to fix a toilet. I mean, I could figure it out. It's not that difficult.
I was gonna say, it's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
It is math, though.
However, what it turned out to be, so I had lifted or I had flushed it and the water just filled up but then didn't stop. And 2 pieces of very clean, oddly clean toilet paper just sort of floated up. But then the water just kept going. And so it was like at the brim. Yeah. And I was like, you know, when you don't play Sims, but do y'all who play Sims know when the Sims have a fire, you've watched me play though, where they have something they can't do and they just go like,
what do I do? What do I do?
And they just sort of panic and spin. That's what that felt like. So I was like, no, your husband's about to leave for like 2.5 months. You have to learn how to do this, which will be calling Justin in the future. So I take off the toilet lid. I look inside. I close the lid and then I sit on the toilet, facing the tank, right? And I go to like jiggle some stuff and I hear the water go and I was like, oh, I have fixed it. It just needed some jigglage. It's an old toilet. And then I open the lid and it's even fuller. Now that's a problem because...
No fix.
All it needed to be was plunged very carefully. Connor took the key, came in and very gingerly put the plunger in and did like one solid press and it flushed.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened. It probably just got backed up. I mean, it's an old toilet. It's not well plumbed.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, we also live above a business, so it's probably weird, it like weirdly piped.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we fixed that, and it turns out that the handle breaking off is the cause of all of this. Because
Because
when
it
we
didn't connect the thing.
No, it did. It was connected to the thing, but we had to replace the so chill hands. There's the handle, right? So handle, and then
Yeah.
it has a little bar on the inside that goes down and it connects to the thing that pulls up so it flushes and all the water then refills and it slowly lowers back down. So the handle was attached at this angle. So when you push it down,
So
because
always
it that
was
is
over.
straight, so it was attached at this angle and then lifted to be like here. So it was just plugging it,
Oh,
and so when it flushed, so it always felt loose. So we just pulled it off because it broke off, and Connor just twisted something and fixed it, and it flushed perfectly fine and was normal.
and
And I
then
was
you
like
peed.
that. And then I peed so aggressively. I did all of this with a full bladder and like kind of doing the pee dance that toddlers do. So, yeah, toilet
Sounds
troubles.
like a good time.
Yeah.
The toilet tea, some might say.
Do not ever speak to me or my son ever again.
To disgrace or to not disgrace. What?
I love that for you. What are we
To
disgracing?
I'm not trying to disgrace anything. I just want to know if this person is an asshole because we're going to do some
Yes.
assholery
So
stuff.
you said something about analytics and then
Oh
stopped.
yeah. I looked at our analytics and
Mm-hmm.
one of our more popular videos was "Are We the Asshole?" In the past year.
You guys are really into those kinds of things.
They like to watch us judge
Hey,
people. I think.
who doesn't? Quick question for the audience here, and then you can continue.
Pasta is the answer. Go ahead.
Nope. Um, if y'all would like us to do another live episode, because we actually got a decent amount of viewers on that, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
I think we should, but yeah.
And I think it was accessible for people who wouldn't normally like sit down and watch a full episode necessarily,
Mhm.
but because we did like I know my mom and sister put us up on the TV, which was weird to hear,
Awesome. Love that.
but like so cool.
We're
But I would
famous.
love but I would love to do another like live episode at some point if you guys want that, like, and you have a particular theme that you want us to do,
I was gonna
or
say, give us some ideas.
not necessarily just so I'm thinking not even just necessarily like ideas of topics to talk about, but like a theme, right? So like we did Halloween, so it was scary stuff, or you know, whatever. We can pretty much find anything to talk about, I assure you.
As long as I don't overthink it, yes.
You know what would be really funny? As if we played a video game while we streamed. I know that that would be distracting for us.
We would both not speak.
But no. Some of the times, depending on the video game, we just talk the whole time, and it's funny. So
if you want to see us play video games, we both stream on Twitch. Jasmine is Asminsta1721.
Yeah.
And I am the Soccer King 1239.
You could probably change that now to TSK.
I can't. No? It somebody has it.
Somebody has TSK 1239?
Yeah. I tried. I am so mad about this when I tried to change it.
Do you have TSK 1239 as like an alternate account?
No, somebody has it. Nope.
This is tomfoolery is what
wildly
this is.
Upsetting is what it is. But anyways, I have a person who gave it a free pretzel, so let's read that. So, this person...
I love that you're the one reading it.
I know, I didn't think this through. But anyways, this person says, "Hi, I work at Subway, and most of the time I do not give AF. I'm trying to be good.
Give a fuck, yeah.
Yeah, about what goes on. But this particular day, I was in a bad mood. So when a family walks in with two daughters, the oldest about 17, asked for a footlong and was told no. But the younger one, who bawled her eyes out because she didn't want a 6-inch, got a footlong anyways. The parents the whole time was telling their, mind you, I'm reading this word for word. I haven't messed up. But the whole time was telling their oldest daughter no for almost anything, but the youngest got everything she asked. The youngest got
Mm.
everything. She asked for a chips and drink. I'm trying to better it.
Mm.
Um, hints the pretzel. I think that's supposed to say hence. Hence the pretzel Subway sells.
Hints at the. Oh, well, now I don't know.
It just says hints the pretzel Subway sells. Anyways, at the end, while I was making the pretzel, I gave a free one to the oldest because I understand what it's like being an older sibling to someone who
Hmm.
gets everything they want. Her parents glared at me, but I told them uh, that one is free of charge since I accidentally made two instead of one. Uh, they expected me to also not charge them for the other pretzel for the youngest, and I explained to them again that I made two on accident, so they get the second one free for my mistake. They made the
Ah.
big deal, and even my manager, who they spoke to, was on my side about it. Overall, they paid and were so pissed. Am I the asshole?
Hmm.
Baseline story? No. If you're going just based off of this information, no.
Right.
I
I
cannot
think.
watch this anymore. My eyes are messed up.
Cannot watch what?
I have it on dark mode, and now
Mm.
I'm seeing lines. So,
That's okay. Um, I pulled it up because I'm such a visual reader that
yes,
like I
yeah.
couldn't. Not that you were doing anything wrong. I just need to reread information. So
Mhm.
like my gut says no, not the asshole, but then also knowing like there might have been other reasons that the older one, you know what I mean? Like there might have been things.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know.
Well, to me, it starts with the fact that the little one cried and got the full
Hmm.
sub, like a foot long, and the parents
How
told
old was the
the.
younger one? Because she didn't
I
say.
think it said 6.
Also, how does she know so much about all of these things?
Mm. But anyways, that
Oh, oh,
was.
oh, okay.
I would go
I
with
read I read the
no.
edit, yeah.
Yeah, I would go with no, not an asshole, just based off of the story. Obviously, we don't know the background, but that's where I sit.
Hmm. I see what you mean about the hints thing. That's very confusing.
Yeah.
They wrote this very odd. The parents the whole time were telling, should be were telling their oldest daughter no for almost anything, but the youngest got everything she asked for. Comma, chips in a drink, comma, hints the pretzel Subway sells? That doesn't make sense. Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. What would you say? Asshole or no?
I really don't think so. I really don't think because I mean she does also say in the edit that she knows the older one. Um, I don't know. I
Hmm.
really don't think that they're the asshole.
No, I don't either. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Do you have a one right off, like right in front of you, that you want to try to read?
Um, sure. Am I the asshole for not telling my friend?
Hmm.
This was voted. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what it was voted yet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm in school and I was offered an internship for the same place that one of my friend B applied for and did not receive any notification from, whereas I did and accepted the offer. There are four of us in this group, and the other two members I had notified. Oh, okay. Jesus, am I the asshole for not writing properly in all of these things?
Yes. But also
There are.
no, because I can't.
You write better than this.
I try.
There are four of us in this group. The other two members I had notified and told them. However, I was advised not telling B about my offer to avoid issues, and I thought that was smart, seeing as B was very emotional, crying, upset calls, and self loathing about not getting the internship. Okay. Come today, after about 1 month of having my offer, B, this is very formal.
Mm.
B got a response and got the internship, and I congratulated them on getting it. Eventually, B asked me about my internship, and I finally told them about it as expected. B got very upset and told me that they sort of don't trust me anymore. Then they asked me when I was going to tell the remainder of the group, and I do not like lying. already have. So I came clean and said they already know. And as I was trying to explain myself, B walked out. Mind you, B and the rest of the group are those types of people who exclude me and have events outside without inviting me or asking me. I feel like an accessory sometimes. Besides the point, though, I ultimately did not tell B about my internship because I did not want them to feel left out or have any animosity towards me. Now, B does not want to talk to me. In the end, I really do not care because I know I had good intentions, but am I the asshole? Make a wild guess what everybody else voted it.
I'm gonna say not asshole
Really? I
for
said I
everybody
would say
else.
asshole.
Well,
Oh
I
no,
was thinking for
everybody said
everybody
asshole.
else. Okay.
Everybody said asshole.
I think yes. I think I, I don't know. I'm not like yes. I think you are. You should have told your friend, even if they are emotional and
Hmm.
emotionally charged and self-loathing and all that, because then you run into this scenario. But I can see where they're
Hmm.
coming from of like I don't want to hurt your feelings type of thing.
I can see, but telling the other people in the group
That's fair. Yeah.
and then explicitly not telling her
Yeah.
and then turning around being like, "Oh, but I don't like lying. I
But
don't like
also,
lying."
you
And
guys
also the group
exclude
hates
me.
me.
Like, yeah,
So it's like, why would you even tell them, you know?
that's fair.
So
I can see
somebody
that.
did say, like, I don't get it. If you only did this so B wouldn't feel left out, why tell us about the fact that they're the type of people to exclude you? There seems to be more to it. Then the other two friends are apparently also the type who exclude you, etc. Yet you listen to them when they advise you not to say anything to B. Obviously, B was to eventually find out that you got the internship. What was exactly accomplished by just not telling them? Surely everybody walking around on eggshells is going to make things worse, not better. You're the asshole for sure. Yeah.
Dang.
Well, that's so somebody else also
I
brought up a
just
really
almost
good
died.
point that they can understand not saying it immediately, like not
Yeah,
like
like
obviously
holding that
because
information.
right, but waiting a month is a really long time,
That is a long
and
time.
like maybe because I've been in a position, you get into positions where like you don't get something that your friend gets, and you can be happy for them while also feeling upset for yourself. Like
Hmm.
they're not mutually exclusive things. You can be both.
Right.
Like there have been times that you and I have had things where I'm like, hey, like things in class or whatever that you've gotten a really cool opportunity that I wanted and wasn't able to get.
Right.
I was hella happy for you. I was excited. I'm sorry that I said hella. I was very happy for you. I was, excited. But internally, I was like, damn, that would have been cool to get. And I'm upset for me, but it doesn't outweigh my happiness for my friend.
Right. Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I see it. Asshole.
Yeah.
But, Jasmine, where can they find you?
They can find me over at Esmond's
That was
1721 on
such a
things.
deep sigh. You got
That
some more to
wasn't
talk
actually
about? Like,
no, that actually felt really nice. It was really regulating. Um, they can find me over at Esminster every freaking week. 1721.
stop it.
Sorry. They
Sorry.
can find me. What?
You said sorry kind of funnily. You were like, sorry. Like,
Don't make fun of me. They can
I'm
find
not.
me over at Esminster on TikTok. I think it's not 1721, but truly, who's to say?
If you really want to
Um,
find her, you'll find her.
you'll find me. They can also find the show on Instagram and TikTok. No, I have not posted. This is now out of spite. I also just don't have stuff to post yet.
Don't
Um,
do it out of spite.
it's out of spite for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna like one day I'm gonna post something, it's gonna blow up, and then I'm gonna disappear for a while and then come back. So, you know, um, but yeah, go find us, go follow us, go make us famous. So when education disrupts, we can have a job.
I'd be very grateful for that. You can find me at TSK1239 on some things, The Soccer King 1239 on others. Get your merch at thesoccerking1239.com. Go to the merch tab, click fourth wall, and you can find all of our merch, and you can buy what you want. There have been a couple people who have bought, and we greatly appreciate you guys for buying. Whether it's Nana, Rosemary, or our friends in our Discord, we greatly appreciate you guys. So,
We appreciate you.
but we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Bye.